Did you know that July 10th is National Pina Colada Day according to the official source for all holidays, nationaldaycalendar.com? That's right, another official holiday with seemingly nothing official backing it, and every article I could find on this so-called holiday pointed to that website. But my favorite part of all of the articles about National Pina Colada Day are the ones that point to people celebrating around the world, and that might make sense because National Pina Colada Day doesn't even specify the nation celebrating it. So as long as you are located in some type of nation, July 10th is officially Pina Colada Day. And instead of making just one Pina Colada Day, we will make 4 Pina Coladas, not different recipes, but 4 different preparations for this drink. Starting with your typical shaken Pina Colada, a drink mixer version, a blended version, and finally, a Ninja Creami version. All of these recipes will be basically identical in the ingredients except for the ice. I'm accounting for dilution in the blended and the creamy versions for this drink. There are many origin stories to the Pina Colada dating from 1825 to 1963, but we will avoid the unfounded and unsourced rumors. Many point to the Pina Colada first being mentioned in a 1922 issue of Travel magazine, and like most of the cocktail internet world, people are just blindly pointing to that without any sourcing or reference. I was unable to find the exact article, but the best I could find was from wikiwebtender.com, and they shared the blurb as, "But best of all is a pina colada, the juice of a perfectly ripe pineapple, a delicious drink in itself, rapidly shaken up with ice, sugar, lime, and Bacardi rum in delicate proportions. What could be more luscious, more mellow, and more fragrant?" And since that recipe does not call for coconut, that's not the real origin for the popularized Pina Colada that we know today. The drink is mainly attributed to Ramon Marrero Perez at the Caribe Hilton Hotel's Beachcomber Bar in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where it is said he created the drink on August 15th, 1952. That is also probably not 100% accurate. According to the Oxford Companion to Spirits and Cocktails, the use of the Pina Colada as a name and a drink had been popular throughout the early 1900s. Pina Colada literally translates to strained pineapple juice, which was common in the United States and abroad, including Cuba. But to be clear, this drink is not that elaborate, and people have been mixing up a combination of these ingredients prior to 1952. However, the popularity of the Pina Colada we know today is probably most likely due to the creation of CocoLopez in 1949 by Don Ramon Lopez Irizarry in Puerto Rico. The drink becomes popular in the late 1960s and was named the national drink of Puerto Rico in 1978. Most of you are probably familiar with the first 3 versions of the preparation here for the shaken, the drink mixer, and the blended, but the creamy might be foreign to you. If you spend any time on TikTok or Instagram, you've probably seen these Ninja Creami ice cream machines blow up over the recent months with people putting some type of frozen protein mix in and getting ice cream coming out. The Creami is a completely different style of ice cream maker. Instead of slowly freezing your ice cream mix and churning your ice cream, freezing it bit by bit and then later needing to freeze the entire batch, which is how normal ice cream makers work. For this one, you completely freeze your base first, in this case, our cocktail. Once frozen, the machine works as a drill press by slowly pressing and turning the blade through the mix, creating something texturally similar to ice cream. Now, Ninja did not invent these. They capitalized on an expired patent from PacoJet, which is a $6,000 version made for restaurants. From the little I know about the real PacoJet, which I've never used, it does do a better job of making ice cream than the Ninja Creami. The recipe I'm using today is kind of my own, but similar to many others. I'm taking a traditional resort-style pina colada and adding in a couple of techniques from Tropical Standard, but not going as far as to follow their exact recipe. For these, you'll need Angostura bitters, pineapple juice, acid-adjusted solution, or citric acid and malic acid, coconut mix, and rums. The exact specs for this drink are 1 dash of Angostura bitters, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, acid-adjusted with 3 milliliters of an acid booster, or 2 grams of citric and 1 gram of malic acid to 100 milliliters of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of coconut mix, and 2 ounces of Puerto Rican rum. You can skip the acid-adjusted part if you want to, I will not judge you, but that will help boost our acidity and balance out the sweetness of this drink. Coconut mix is taken directly from Tropical Standard and has become my standard for cream of coconut. we're taking a sweetened creamed coconut and cutting it with more coconut milk. Essentially, we're lowering the sugar content to be a 1-to-1 simple syrup, and we're increasing that coconut flavor. That's the number one issue with pina coladas to me. It's too much sugar with too much cream of coconut. To make the tropical standard coconut mix, just combine 142 grams of coconut milk with 425 grams of CocoLopez or Real. And if you despise weighing things or don't have a scale, this is basically a third a can-ish of coconut milk plus 1 full can of CocoLopez. I've already made and frozen the creamy version for this, and it has been frozen for 24 hours, which we're gonna run first through the machine. Now, to reiterate, this is not a pina colada ice cream. This is a pina colada cocktail with about 5 ounces of additional water to account for the dilution and the ice you would get in a blended drink. So this is just a cocktail and not ice cream. And we're just gonna see how it does in one of these machines. If you've ever used a Ninja Creami or you've seen anyone use these, you may have noticed that sometimes you need to respin it. And to do that, the best way, you add a little bit of liquid. I anticipated that might need to happen, so I left off 1 ounce of our coconut mix for this batch. So I'm gonna add that now. It's kind of slushy enough, so I don't need to respin it. So I'm gonna add that here. I'm gonna put it in the fridge as we wait for our other cocktails to be made. Now let's make the other 3 cocktails. 1 dash Angostura bitters, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, plus 3 milliliters of our acid-adjusted solution, 2 ounces of our coconut mix, 1 ounce of a light Puerto Rican rum, 1 ounce of a gold or a dark Puerto Rican rum. Add 8 ounces or 1 cup of ice to both of our tins and 16 ounces or 2 cups to our blender. We're gonna shake this one for 10 seconds, flash blend for 5 seconds. And for the blender version, just blend it for as long as you think it needs to be blended in your blender. Now for our shaker and drink mixers, we're gonna add 4 to 8 ounces of ice to your glass, depending on the size of your glass, and open pour. For the blender version, just pour straight in. We're gonna garnish each one with 2 pineapple fronds, a pineapple wedge, and a straw. All right, let's taste them, starting with the shaken version. It's great. Let's go to the drink mixer. Also great. I'm not gonna be able to tell the difference between any of these. They're very similar. My mind is probably playing some tricks on me because I think this is a little less sweet. The drink mixer should dilute it maybe a little bit more, but they taste the same. Over to our blended version. That's not gonna work. That's lovely. Doesn't taste bad. It is too icy. As you're drinking it, it's like when you get to the bottom of a slushy and you kind of are like pulling all the liquid out and you can see the ice and staying behind. Yeah, the creamy doesn't work. It's not blended enough. There's too many large chunks of ice. There's too many ice shards. It's too hard to get the drink out of it. It doesn't taste bad. I think the flavor is actually the dullest out of all of these, and I'm guessing that's because it is the coldest. I'm gonna check to see if I'm full of shit or not. 17 degrees, 24, 25, 24. It's kind of interesting. You're getting the same temperature across blended, shaken, and drink mixer. I mean, the creamy one doesn't work. I'm glad I tried it though. I've been, since I bought that machine, wanting to put a cocktail into it just to see how it works compared to a blender. It is nowhere near as good as a blender or any other method. But these three are all good, so let's see if there's really any difference. So I am biased towards the drink mixer, but I think it's pretty clear that the blended version to me tastes the best of these. It's the smoothest, it's the least harsh. As you move down here, I think that the one that's shaken has the most intense flavor. So if you're looking for a more intense pineapple, rum, and coconut flavor, this one has more of that, but it's almost like too much. It's also just a little bit like too sweet. The drink mixer version here, it's just like a little incrementally better. And when I say better, I mean, that's what I'm liking. I don't think necessarily you're gonna maybe think it's better. You might like that more intense flavor here, but the blended version here, it's refreshing. This is one that I could probably have a couple of where these are just maybe a little bit too intense. Obviously, the reason for that is this is more diluted. Each time you take a drink of this, you're getting all of the ice in the glass, where these two still have a lot of ice left to melt, and it's not going to melt by the time you finish it. So the blended version, much more diluted, but in a pina colada like this one, I think that's totally fine. And for anyone out there that's going to complain about my choice of rums, this was intentional. I know some of you are going to want Jamaican rum, an El Dorado, Demerara rum, and those would taste great here, maybe even better. It's a Puerto Rican cocktail, so or maybe Cuban cocktail. So a rum like that, I think, is the way to go. I like mixing the light as well as a gold or even a dark Puerto Rican rum if you can find one. It's not the biggest, most robust rum flavor in a pina colada, but it's serviceable. It's enjoyable. I think it's approachable to a lot of people who aren't into those rums, and it's not very expensive. That's it for this one. I'm Derek. This is Make and Drink. What did we learn today? Well, we learned that you don't really need to try doing a Ninja Creami cocktail, but shaken, drink mixer, blended, it's all gonna get you a really good pina colada. I think the blended one in this lineup is the best of the three, but I would not complain if I got any of these. July 10th is National Pina Colada Day, but every day is Pina Colada Day. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like below, consider subscribing to the channel, and otherwise, see you in the next one. How do we say that?
We are looking at how to pronounce this word as well, and it's said in Spanish as Caribe.